did you join the Discord? Nice. Yeah, anytime there's an art share in there. If anybody wants, I don't give critiques unless they're asked for. So if anybody wants their work looked at.
Up? What is up, people? How's it going this very beautiful Wednesday? Was a good day, wasn't it? Did you have a good day? Hope you had a good day. because I'm ready to end this good day with finishing this up. So, you know, I'm gonna make this, and I'm going to be embarking on a massive YouTube push. I'm gonna be trying something super crazy. I'm gonna see how it works. I gotta set it up first though. Like I just found out, like a new strategy. Like I'm gonna try and do something. We're gonna see how it works. It's worth a try. It's worth a try. That's all I gotta say. Ah. What?
No, you haven't.
Oh, now I know why that didn't work. Okay. So one of the things that I'm actually going to be doing is I got to make a list of all the people that I can actually challenge that are worth it, right? That'll be willing to kind of accept my craziness art challenge, because I want to try and do art challenges, but it's a little bit different than what you would see from like what is it? ZHC? Joshua?
Huh?
ZHC?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be different than that. Like different than what he does. So we're gonna see how that works. We're gonna see just how it would work. I think it should be fine. Should be fun. People talking to me. People are talking to me. Who is that? Big news. Moving to a new to L. Yeah, I knew that already. Highlights. Challenge piece. Wand brand. It's too strong. Too strong, too dark. There we go. That'll work. Here. Here. We definitely don't need that. Not too many highlights, right? I'm not trying to make him anything special. Like, not trying to make it anything like super. Like, we'll come back and get rid of one of those because those look weird. You know, having two of them will look weird. There you go. Alright, highlight down here. Oops. Grab my highlight, you know. Oh, come on. Pick the color. There we go. Yeah.
Pokemon Bush Plays, I choose you. Pokemon Bush Plays,
Select, modify. Oops.
I'm not a Pokemon.
Similar.
Not a Pokemon.
Oops. Certain things will know that it'll have a glow, right? Other things will not. So, hairs here.
Let me test.
This one's weird. We don't like this one.
Copy and paste chat.
There.
Yeah, but you can't copy and paste chat, so definitely epic hacks.
That is definitely not dark enough. we go, highlights like so. Then we're gonna mimic that real quick. There we go. We're gonna take this, just gonna drop that down like so.
I hate the yoke reduction. So annoying. Yeah, it's annoying.
There we go. Drop this in here like so. Alright, and then we'll do a little one here. Like that. You know what? That works for me. I'm okay with that.
Maybe.
A little bit higher, maybe. There we go. Bam. Bring this one up like so. Like that. And I guess we'll bring this one over here like so as well. That'll be a highlight. Bring this here. Whoops. Like that. And that'll be enough. Same thing here. There we go. Okay, and I know that that's gonna glow, so there's absolutely no reason to actually light that up. Same thing with this, but for some reason it's a different color. Right, but I know that's gonna glow. That's gonna have a shine, but that's actually gonna glow. Like his eyes. His eyes are gonna glow and that's gonna glow, so we're gonna make sure that happens. So now we're just gonna put some highlights. Actually bring it up to maybe not that bright. There we go. Let's try that. It's going straight down. See if it hits. Hit there. That. Right, so we can.
I'm peeing everywhere.
So, there we go. Like so, and then we'll actually come in and knock out something. Right, so we'll make our shape like so. so. Then we got all the highlights in there, right? Highlights. Guess we'll just come in here and make this one. So, and that should be it for him, right? Except for the glow, which we'll add later. We're gonna add that at the end, because that's just the way that happens. All right, so now we can actually get rid of the symmetry tool. Come in here, fix any of the symmetry stuff that we got going on. Like so. Right, all the weird symmetry things that we couldn't see because of the actual symmetry tool. Symmetry is fun. Symmetry is fun. Oh crap, I need a highlight right there. We are gonna finish this. Minus the symmetry. So there you go. Right, symmetry's fun, but you gotta make sure you clean it up too. I've been noticing a lot of spots that were not as awesome as they could be. So I'm just gonna go and clean those up. Make sure everything looks all nice and dandy. How you doing, Skip? Doing all right? Have you had any epiphanies today? Because I have. I had a pretty good one. This is actually just... Boy, there's no ears still. Josh,
What?
stop it. What are you doing?
I was trying to get out of the net.
Oh. Well, then never mind. Pay me no mind. Make up for its weirdness. And I guess here we can, sure, you know, like why not? It goes, hit 5,000 Ks on the alternate account yesterday, and patrons want me to celebrate. That's awesome. On not on Skip, but on the other one, you should celebrate. That's awesome, man. Absolutely fantastic. Congrats. Yep, the account shall not be named on Twitch. I had to see. I made sure I didn't say it. But no, that's great. You should celebrate, man. That's awesome. I'll get there eventually. Also doodling cringe. Okay. Yep. Priorities. looks good, man. I like it. I'm liking it. It looks good. Well, you're doing stuff that has meaning. I'm over here just drawing ninjas.
I'm a little bit bored right now.
Well, yes. This is true. True, true, true. I mean, and to be honest, I know what's going on here. You know, it has me. I mean, this story has meaning to me, for sure, and I just hope people like the story that comes along with it. You know what I mean? So, if that happens, then I have succeeded. But in the end, what I've realized is like it's for me. This story is definitely for me, and I think that's why I've been struggling so much with how I want it to look, is because it's like this is for me, so I have to be happy with it. Like I have to be happy, and I'm hoping that other people will just come along for the ride. And because of that, like I said, I hope you know that I am going to be challenging you in the near future. You're on my list of people. And what I realized that it's gonna be I know I mentioned it before, but I have this D20 challenge that I created in my sketchbook for some reason. And it's pretty much what we're going to be doing. And it's just going to be like random character design. It's all about character design because that's what I do. So, oh no! The D20 is going to decide what it is, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to be challenging because there are style choices on there, right? So the thing is that you might have something that's really up your alley, right? And you're like, oh man, that seems great. And then you'll have to draw it in a style that you've never drawn it before. That's where I think the challenge, it's going to keep everybody on their toes.
And so they did.
So, and then until other people start challenging me for other things, you know?
I think
so.
older Roblox, there wasn't really anything you could do.
Because I was really trying to figure out how I was going to make, you know, these challenges work. And I think this is going to be the way that happens. Right? Because now it's like, oh, I have this great idea. Like we were talking about, you might have like a sex-crazed half-orc barbarian, but you have to draw it in the style of Arthur. So we're like, this could be pretty fun. Right? So that's my plan. And then for people, like if it was, you know, we have to do like Bakia, right? And he's like, well, I don't really draw that much, which is still stupid. But if he does do that, you know, like, well, I don't really draw, so that's not fair. And it's like, well, I want to sculpt. It'll still be the same thing. Now you got to sculpt it in the style of Arthur. Like you were doing a character like a oh my goodness, like a toy sculpt for Arthur, the barbarian world. And I'm gonna be challenged. So I saw this guy, right? And he went from 0 to 1 million subscribers for YouTube in 2020, right? And he actually did like a lot of Mr. Beast stuff, right? Mr. Beast kind of stuff. So a lot of challenges, a lot of crazy, outlandish stuff. And I was like, man, there's got to be a way that we can try and replicate, right? Well, if he's sculpting, I'm doing an animated turnaround. That's fine. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna, like I said, we're gonna see how we finagle this. But I want to do challenges instead. Like, not, hey, can you hold on to this, apple for the next 30 days? Not something like that. But here's this challenge, and then maybe it's like, oh, you guys do this forever. How about we see who can draw the longest, right? Maybe further down the road, it's like whoever stops drawing first, loses. And then we get like a setup, so it's just this huge rolling thing, and then you draw, and you can't pick up your pencil, right? And you just keep drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing and drawing. Like, that would be an interesting challenge, but I'm gonna do it with people I know, and then eventually it'll be with people that, like, I know a couple people who have some clout. So if I can get them, be like, I'm outright challenging, David Finch to, this draw off, and we see what happens. Like, he might be like, nah, what I mean? He's like, no, I'm not gonna do it. He's like, all right, that's cool, but you just start challenging people, and I think that's really gonna be through being an artist and still trying to not necessarily doing weird challenges like I'm painting with pudding, but stuff like that. Sidebar, have you seen his Monday night streams? Whose Monday night streams? Oh, David Finch? Yeah, I go by and I watch it every now and then. Although there's so many people commenting that even when I'm like, hey man, there's like no response. So that's kind of sad. Doesn't like me anymore. Like, I don't know what I did in some fashion, but and I could be wrong, I could just be reading way into it, but I really do think that I must have made her mad in some fashion. I don't know how, but that's my belief at this moment. I think it's just the nature of the streams. Yeah, maybe, but it's not. I mean, it's not just at streams. I mean, she talks to me, but it definitely, I don't know. I could be wrong. Like I said, I could just be looking way too much into it. But, I mean, I don't know. But there's some people that I do know that still have a lot of clout that I might actually be able to be like, hey, would you do this challenge with me? And we could go from there, right? And then use their clout to get me clout, stuff like that. So that's the plan. And there was a strategy that this person used, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna steal that strategy, and I'm gonna try and make that work. And so you'll be seeing that soon. Like, it's gonna come, and I'm gonna be pushing it like all the time, everywhere, right? It's like, all right, help, support me. I'm trying this. I'm trying, you know, it's like I'm trying to do something special. Help me, help me, help me. I'm gonna be annoying a lot of people. But I'm gonna try something. So I'm gonna do that very, very ambitious, get 1 million subscribers in a year. And so since I have that new art channel, I'm gonna see just how far I can get with that, right? If I reach for 1 million and I'm like, you know what I got? I got X amount, it'd be great. So that's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. That's my goal now. Like that, my main goal right now is 1 million subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2021. And I'm gonna set up my tracking thing, and then we're gonna bust it out. Like it's all we're gonna be doing. Kill it, kill it, kill it. All right, let's see. Well, also the pandemic means fewer in real life. And yep, I feel that. Oh, speaking of, a thing I'm gonna try. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's the book. It's a book. I've done these. I've done these. Yeah. My what is it? When I did Dark Legacy back in the day, when I made the rule book, that's how I made the rule book. It's very effective. I enjoyed that very much. Don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but at very least make them custom business cards. You know, the thing is that if conventions ever do happen again, the thing is that you could actually just throw them out, you know, like everywhere, just like those little flyers, just like, you know, like, hey, check this out, and you just give it to them. And then, you know, if you're printing them at the house and you're just like, well, I did this on my regular schmegular printer and it didn't really cost me much, therefore, you know, I'm going to make a gazillion of them. It doesn't hurt your pocket when you're giving them it in the trash. You're like, that's okay, because they had to look at it at first. You know what I mean? Because they're so easy. You do it on regular printing paper. I mean, granted, you could do it on whatever kind of printing paper you wanted to, but you know, makes it easy. So, just saying. Digital wallpaper service. You know what? It just looks weird. That'd be cool. Like not just desktops, but also for phones and tablets. Yeah. Bring this up a little bit more. Because, you know, you gotta get that hustle in, man. If you don't, no one else will. No one's gonna do it for you. Sad part, you know, everyone, there's so many people that'll wish you well, like, oh man, you know, you're gonna go really far, but very few people are willing to put in the work until you've already made it, right? Once you've made it, then all of a sudden everyone's right at your doorstep like, yeah man, I've always been your biggest supporter, because they want to try and write need, how can I help? You know, you tell me, I'm here. Generally doesn't happen. Very few people are actually willing to help. You know what I mean? They're like, I got you. You just tell me what you need. I'm here. That's what I'm trying to build, you know? I'm trying to build like a community where we're all just willing to help. If I had $1 for every person who, why are you doing well related to effort expend? Yep. Yep. But, you know, and one thing that I would love to do is, like, oh my goodness, if I had the ability, like if I somehow finagled making a huge splash and, you know, people were like, no, let me rephrase that. When I make a huge splash, I plan on giving right back to the art community and being like, let me find little people, you know? Yes, you can always support the people that, you know, have made it and gotten big and all that kind of stuff. That's cool and all. But to just go, you're an artist, let me help you, right? I remember what it was like. Let me help you. You know, I got you. That's what I want to do. You know, be able to help us, because what's funny is, like, you try and do these art things, right? And unless you're super gimmicky, like super dupe gimmicky, and I'm, you know, it's sad, but you see all these people when they started, right? They started and they're like, hey, I'm just drawing, here's my drawing, I'm gonna do this, look at me draw, blah, blah, blah. And then they're painting with pudding. And I'm like, I don't want to paint with pudding. You know, like I really don't want to paint with pudding. And so I want to be able to be like, no, here, let's have something where we can support, where I can support you doing your thing, even though you're a small person, and be like, hey, let me help you out. I'm gonna shout you out. Like, I just watched Mr. Beast. Like, he put these 4 YouTubers, I mean, and it was for an opportunity, right? And the first person went away and he got nothing because he screwed up early. And then they're like, all right, we need to get some of you out, right? And so challenges got harder and harder, and then he gave someone like $1,000 or $10,000 because they were there for like a day and a half holding on to a play button. And I'm like, all right, that's weird, but I'd much rather not have to. I mean, I know that it's for the ratings, right? It's for the views. You need that. And he's like, oh, look, he's going to do this and he's going to help out. And that's really cool, right? And I was like, I completely understand what he's doing, but it'd be really cool to just be like, I want to hold a competition for art. Like, it's a submission. So, but something I've noticed on social media, if you curate your timeline by posting indies, more indies show up to your timeline. What do you mean? So if I post more independent work? Or if I like shout out more independent people? Like, and I plan on doing that too, right? Shouting people out. I think that's going to be important. You know, it's like, hey, YouTube videos, you know, it's like shout outs. And I'm like, I'm shouting out this person because here's why. You know, maybe that'll help bring in people, you know. Well, that, but also like sharing, commenting, shouting out more indies. Yeah. That makes sense. But what I really want is, I mean, you know, okay, so indie people is one thing, but dedicated people, you know, that's where it's at. Like, I actually got to respond to someone, I got introduced to someone, and they're killing it, and I'm like, sure. And then they responded late one night, and I was just like, I'm asleep. And then it was like 2 days, and I'm like, whoops, I guess I need to respond to them. So I still need to respond to them, but I don't mind shouting out people, but what I don't want to do is shout someone out, and then it's like, oh, you're not actually doing anything. You just happen to, you know, post something once. So we're gonna change all that, you know. Or hopefully change all that. I got big plans. I want YouTube to work. Like, I want YouTube to work. I'm gonna push to make it work. The sad part is, like, starting with the revelation, I've started, but now it's all gonna be, let's put it to work. Let's see what happens. I'm ready. Which is funny because I laid the groundwork for my other channel, which is almost monetized, you know, and it's like, oh, now I'm gonna go venture off on this one and try something completely different. Still gonna do that because it is gaining traction, but if I could get that traction for my actual artwork stuff, I'd be cool with that. Soup's cool, you know? Relation, by the way, or was that the 1 million followers? Yeah, it was 1 million followers. Plus, I was doing a lot of research, you know, just following people and seeing how they did stuff. And the thing is to do this. It's a subscriber tracker, and what you do is, you know, you have like your landing page, and you go, here's what I want you to do. If you subscribe, you get a unique code, right? If you're already subscribed, here you go, you get this unique code, right? And it's linked to you. And then you go, or it's a recommendation, right? And so then you go, all right, well, if you refer this, it's a referral program, that it is. If you refer this to people, right? And then when it converts, like if it converts, like if you do a referral, so what I want to do is, like, if you do a referral, you'll get a point. If you get, if that person subscribes, you get 2 points, right? But then you have prizes, right? So you're like, all right, so if you get 5 people to subscribe, I'll do a scribble on a postcard and I'll send it to you, right? If you get 10 people, I'll give you this sticker, right? This memento sticker or whatnot. And you're like, all right, cool. And then you just move your way down on gifts, right? And the other guy, he was like, oh, well, you know, if you get this many, you're entered into a raffle for a PS5, you know, or, and then the last one was, you know, whoever does the most, I will then do a video with them, right? And it's like, all right, you know, that's cool. And so I'm going to do that. Like, that's what I'm going to be pushing, like a referral program. And just constantly pushing. It's like, come on, guys, like, refer this out. Let's do it. Let's do this. You know, the more you do, the more, you know, that happens. And if I start seeing that there's a huge trend of everyone's got like 100, and it's like, all right, well, let's add some extra things to it. But I think it's an interesting way to try and get people to pimp out word of mouth your stuff, right? And then they can see your content and stuff like that, and it's like, all right, sounds like a grind. It is a grind, and I'm like I'm ready. Like I want to do some stuff. And plus, what it does for me is I want to make it so that my students can see it, right? Like it's an experiment for a student. And one thing that I want to do under my arts section is to actually be like, look, I'm an old guy, right? YouTube is full, all you hear is like, this person's 22 and this person's 21 and, Ryan's 8. And yay, and these people got, and you're like, holy crap, like seriously, 8? And so I want to be like, look, you can do this as someone who is mid, you're in the mid of your life or even later, right? You don't have to be 16 when you started. You didn't have to be 20. I'm like, I started this and I turned 40. So when I actually started it, I was 39. And then I turned 40. And then from 40 to 41, I went all in, right? Like, let's do it. Like everything I can do, I'm going to try and record and edit it together to put onto videos. And, that's what we're doing, right? So, I want to have the saying, what I'm going to do is old dog, new tricks, right? Because the whole thing of you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I want to be like, look, old dog with some new tricks. And one of the series that I want to do is once a month, like in that month, I want to come in and be like, all right, look, I'm trying something completely new, a new type of art style. I know squat about watercolor. I've been meaning to learn watercolor, so I want to do watercolor. So this month I'm going to do, I'm going to release 4 videos, one a week, where it shows my progress of doing watercolor. And then it's like, all right, so now I'm going to do, whatever. We're going to do painting, we're going to do sculpting, we're going to do customization, or, I'm going to work with color pencils. And like, look, man, I kind of blow on color pencils, so I'm going to try and do this. Bought some color pencils. I don't know anything about 3D Studio Max, right? Let's see how easy it is, and then tell them like, I hate 3D Studio or I hate 3D modeling. I don't want to do this, and then you're like, all right, well, let's try. Or then we're like, all right, well, that sucked. I still suck at it. You know what? Maybe this is not a trick for me. Going to a new one, going to like Sculptress or ZBrush, I was like, all right, everyone's telling me that ZBrush is so much easier, so let me do this. Oh, what's up, Mandala?
And unstoppable. Our ninja spirit is fueled by fire and driven by razor-sharp determination. When we take on a mission, we must succeed or die. Our style is unique and deadly, and no one wants to suffer the wrath of the Ninja Empire.
Welcome, Mandala. Thank you for becoming the newest member. Actually, 3-time over, newest member of the Ninja Empire. My wife told me that I have to shrink that down. Like, I got to do something shorter for that, which might happen. But I don't know. What are we storming? I am. So I'm putting it out there. I don't mind the performance. Soon, Single Digit has my mask. So I've created this character for Ninja Empire, and he created the mask for me. So every time that happens, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna put it on, and I'm gonna do the performance. But the thing is that today I came to the realization of what I want to do for the rest of the year. Like I knew I wanted to put together a pitch, but that lines in with what I'm trying to do. So I am I'm actually following the lead of someone who did this last year with, you know, like Mr. Beast-esque videos and stuff like that, but I'm gonna do something for art. And he went from apparently 0 subscribers to 1 million subscribers in 1 year, and I'm gonna try that hustle. So that's my thing. I'm gonna try that hustle. Is right now my art channel, because I separated it off from my educational channel, my art channel has 30 subscribers. So tomorrow I'm actually going to film a video. Well, actually, I'm going to make I have to make the referral program first, but then I'm gonna make a video to make it official, and I'm going for it as an artist, and I'm gonna try and do some stuff that doesn't involve painting with pudding. That's the big thing. Like, I'm gonna try and do that without painting with pudding, because while those artists are fun and cool and you're like, holy crap, I can't believe you did that, those aren't the challenges I want to do. Like, my challenge, like right now, so whoops, I'm doing some weird stuff. Okay, so this guy, right, he is, so this is my character, right? Whoops. Ugh. So this guy right here is my character, right? And the big guy is actually one of my former students. And we had a challenge, I don't know, it was like a year or two ago. And the idea was that he was gonna draw my character, and then I was gonna draw his character, right? But we're gonna do it separately. So the first challenge was you're gonna draw my character, and the second challenge was we were gonna draw his character. Well, in the first one, I won. And he tried to cheat too, but I won, right? So I was like, all right, well, and I kept telling him, like, look, man, we got to do another one of these. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, I'm trying to do this and I'm working on that. Yeah, we're gonna do it, right? And so I'm like, all right, cool. And so I've been invading his stream, and I'm going, the challenge is coming. And so the challenge that I'm gonna do is I created a random D20 character design challenge, and so I'm gonna challenge him, like, outright. I'm gonna throw this in his Discord. I'm gonna go to his stream, and I'm just gonna be like, haha, you know, the challenge has been laid down, so let's see what you do, right? And I plan on, for the channel, like, to really boost that, is to literally go and challenge all kinds of artists to, like, this. It's a character design thing for me, because I'm mostly a character designer, right? But because it's in different styles, like, this is my style, right? This, and I have the chibi style, so this is my style. But, you know, as I was telling Skip, we might actually get a sex-crazed half-orc barbarian that we have to draw in the style of Arthur, right? And then you put it out there, you do your little video, you put it up, and then you have a poll, who won, right? For the character design. And I think it'd be fun, you know? And it's like, the thing is, like, oh, well, you have all these people who are fantastic artists, you might lose. I'm like, I might lose all the time. You know? Ones where you're like, it's not really about that, right? It's not really about getting crushed or winning or stuff like that. It's just like, I want to do this challenge. Oh, that's gonna be completely dark. I want to do this challenge with people, so, you know, we'll see what happens. And I think that will be a good challenge type thing to boost an art channel instead of like one of those event channels. Because even ZHC, who, you know, Zach seems like a really great guy, you know, but his thing is, oh well, I, you know, not always, but I remember what his older stuff was. But now it's just like, hey, I did a custom house for Mr. Beast, or I took 200 iPads, customized them, and I'm randomly giving them out to people. You know, it's like, well, that's cool and all, but that's not the challenge that I think I want to do, right? That's not the streamer that I want to do. I want to be. So we're gonna see if I can get to 1 million subscribers by the end of 2021, and yeah, there you go. That's because I want to try and get 1 million subscribers as an artist who's not doing random challenges. If that makes sense. Right, like drawing with pudding. I don't want to draw with pudding. I don't know how many times I can say that. I don't want to draw with pudding. And I bet that somewhere down the line, like, I'm gonna get challenged, right? So then it's no longer me challenging people, but other people are gonna be like, I challenge you to do this, right? Because right now it's my challenge, so it's always gonna be character design. It's always gonna be character design in one way, shape, or form. But then maybe in the other end, it's gonna come back, and they're gonna be like, I challenge you to do animation, and I'm like, oh. Like, oh, cry. Or I challenge you to do, you know, 3D model with 3D Studio Max. Like, dude, I have no experience with that. Like, we're gonna make this happen. Hey Zeno, man, thank you very much. It's gonna be, I mean, I'm really looking forward to this being done. Once I get all the like texture stuff and glowy stuff in, that's when it's really gonna shine. So yeah, there you go. There's my long-winded explanation as to what we're storming. So yeah, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You should subscribe to both of them. But if you want to help me with my challenge that I'm going to be doing, you need to subscribe to the Art of Kaiser. And it's so new that I don't even have a custom link for it. That's how bad it is. Because I think you have to have 100 subscribers before you can actually get a custom where it just says Art of Kaiser. But there you go. There's my random link for the Art of Kaiser. See, Skip, the hustle already started. We're gonna get it. We're gonna make this happen. That was ugly. How you doing, Soto? What you up to? Working hard? Hardly working.
negative reputation. So you can't be good unless you're
So I think all of my YouTube, like all my lives and stuff, which is gonna be funny because I'm gonna have to switch it, because I'll probably need to start doing lives over in the art channel, which is gonna stink, right? Because I'm gonna lose momentum in the other one because I'm not putting. Anyway, it's gonna be worth it. But I'm gonna switch over to the art channel, so hopefully you guys will all, you know, once again, if you haven't followed me yet on the Art of Kaiser, please do, because all kinds of stuff is going to be going bananas there, and yeah, and so I'm probably going to have to switch. Like I said, I'm going to be switching out of streaming here, because it's just dirty, because I'm going to need as much watch time and energy and all kinds of stuff for the Art of Kaiser as we strive for the million. And I'm definitely going to be putting my work forward as trying to get to that million because of my students, right? And be like, I'm a teacher and I'm trying to prove that this is possible, right? You might not be able to get 1 million, but it's possible to make, you know, if this is what you want, you can do it. That's my goal. Doing some figure drawing, sweet. Don't need to do that. Nah. Like, nope, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Alright, so that's there. We did that. That's covered up. Ah, this red. Like, then I'm gonna have to start filming the life of Kaiser. It's gonna be a heavy hustle, isn't it, Tyler? It's gonna be crazy. What? Yep. I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, I mean, if you can't be excited about trying to do something bananas, then what can you do? I mean, I'm sure people will call you crazy. Well, maybe not you, but I mean, come in Be like, you can't get 1 million subscribers in a year. Not as an artist.
Well, that's definitely gonna happen. Well, like, if you get big.
So, we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Hey, Soto, would you be up for challenge? Yep. Gotta be crazy to succeed if you have to be crazy to try. Yep. I'm hoping I can challenge Soto. Although his Instagram people don't like him anymore apparently.
Why are they bullying him?
Nah, he went away for a while. He neglected them.
Oh, now they're angry.
Now they're angry. They're like, how dare you neglect us? Bye. So you are going to stop streaming on both Twitch and YouTube this year? No. So the YouTube currently, right? Like right now, I'm actually streaming to the Follow the Kaiser YouTube channel, and that one is education based, and it's like I just never switched it out from. It was like I never switched it out from when I used to have my art channel and my education channel together. Now I have them separate, right? And to be honest, it would only make sense to stream to the art channel because I'm not streaming anything educational, right? I'm just drawing. And that's the only thing that's really going to change, is that where it's sent to, right? So I will still be streaming to Twitch. So this one, Follow the Kaiser, Twitch is going to be the same. Like, that's not going to change. It's only where Restream sends it out. So for the people who are on YouTube, I hope that they're going to follow me on the art channel so that they can come in there and, you know, see me there. Because that's the plan. So, but no, I wouldn't just disappear from Twitch. It's just starting to get good. Yes. Wand. Select that. Game. All right, sweet. I was like, Instagram is such a mess. Yeah, what I've realized with Instagram is that I have like interaction. I've gotten less interaction like over the last year than I have over the whole time I've had Instagram. Like it's really odd. Oh, that reminds me why I was thinking about you the other day when I was watching Enter the Dragon. William's character says to Lau, "If it happens, I won't even notice because I'll be too busy looking good." Right. Yeah. Oh, that was sad. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go. Works with the Afro too. Yep. we need kung fu movies with lines like that. Yeah, we do.
With lines like what?
It's like, if it happens, I won't even notice because I'll be too busy looking good. Be doing, so I don't know if you've seen it, but I actually did this thing. Here, let's watch something from my Life of Kaiser, from my art channel. Right here, let me pause this real quick. Oops, not that one. This one. Pause that music. Right. Oops. All right, so we're gonna do this. So this is a project that I want to be working on, and I think I distorted the red and green just a little bit too much. But you know, first time out, after watching it a couple times, I'm like, oh yeah, that's bad. So I'm gonna be fixing it. But I'm gonna be doing like a sitcom for artists and education. So I'll be doing some art, but I'll be teaching, and I'm gonna be doing 80s. Like the whole idea is to do like an 80s style thing. So.
In a world where artists are a dime a dozen, one man is diligently trying to create a legacy, trying to find that delicate balance between family, work, and the side hustle that will build an empire. This is his journey. This is the Life of Kaiser.
So I'm going to be working on that project. So many projects. So we tweaking that. I have a plan for it. I've got storyboards already going. I have a boss that I'm going to be working on. So, whoops. No, what happened? Oh, it's over. That's what happened. Okay. You know, stuff like that. So, let's see. Oh, speaking of, you need to share your new intro on stream. Oh, okay. I could do that too. Hold on. New intro on stream. Come back over here. This is my new intro for the art channel, because everything, you know, is pretty much ninja based. So here's a new one, short and sweet. We're gonna pause it. Big. So, I mean, that was it, right? You can watch it again. So the one thing that I really, really enjoy about that is the bass hits when it goes boom. That's when the explosion goes off. I'm so happy that I was able to time that out. So, yeah. So yeah, so like I said, I'm starting, right? I got 30 subscribers right now. I'm gonna hit it. Hit it. The right click menu has a loop option for Twitch. YouTube, not Twitch. What? Right click? I'm lost. What? The right click menu. I have no idea what you were talking about right now. Playback speed. Autoplay's on. Play pause the video first. Alright, so play pause. Alright. Oh, sweet. Nice. And it's like, oh, that's cool. I did not know that. That's awesome. Thank you. Learn something new every day. Okay, let's see. Yeah, a tad too much. Okay, then I gotta go back. Yeah, a tad too much on the VH aberration. Yeah, that's what I mean, like I said, after watching it and putting it up, I'm like, yeah. Plus, I'm redoing the logo for that, and so we'll get everything together. And shooting yourself in front of the white bricks makes me feel police signing board. Okay, well, that's when I was still at NSU, and I was, you know, that's the only place I had to film. So, like I said, it was the intro. I'm gonna refilm it because I have something really cool to go with. So, a little bit I'll probably do a lot with that. Yeah, probably can do a lot with that. Yep, I'm gonna try. Dope. I love how the next video button covers your mouth exactly the way it's open. You planned that right? Of course I did. Of course I did. And pause it. How long did it take you to make that? To be honest, the hardest part was working on the very beginning intro with the tracing of the lines and getting that to work with After Effects. That took a couple hours because I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to research and find it and put it together and make sure it worked. And then I had to fix it, and there was a lot of editing that happened after it to get it the way that I wanted it to look. And then like the slices and the explosions are literally from a pack that I bought, right? Like a cartoon effects thing that I bought because I knew I was going to be doing cartoon stuff. And so I was like, there's no need for me to actually go through and animate it, right? Because I looked through it ahead of time. I'm like, that'll work. Oh, that'll work. Oh yeah, that's going to work. And so I used that. No shame in using stuff that other people have created if they, you know, if you buy it and you have the license for it. So all in all, with getting the music lined up, the effects lined up, getting it the way I needed it to, I don't know, put in a good work day, you know? Have you thought about selling Kaiser Studio branded Ninja face masks with COVID standard fabric? Yes. Yes, I have. And it's like, yes, I have. I have a person who makes them. And then, of course, you know, I can get them mass produced and stuff like that. But one thing that I really want to do is once Ninja Empire really gets, you know, up and running, all the Ninja Masters have face masks. So once people are like, ooh, I like this kind of story, you know, and then especially if I'm pushing this and stuff, then you could get that, right? You can get characters' face masks and stuff like that. And then once it gets further down the road, have like Bakia, you know, single digit studios do 3D prints so you can actually get like real ones. I think that would be cool too. But yeah, so like I said, we're trying. I'm gonna be trying. So alright, so we're gonna move that out of the way. Let's see, so I know this, cover that in. Like so. This will be that way. Right? We'll come in. Alright, I'm back to lurking and coding. If I don't succeed, it'll be because I was too busy looking good. Alright, I understand. Gotta handle that. Sometimes looking good just has a problem. You just you know, you just make it look too dang good. I still like the lines like, man, you look like you came straight out of comic book. Can you bring me now? I'm Boondocks. What are we watching?
We are all ready to win, just as we are born, knowing only life. It is defeat that you must learn to prepare for.
Don't waste my time. When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be
Too busy looking good. Too busy looking good. Mute the stream and keep watching while writing some emails. Completely understand. Completely understand, man. Get that work in. Get it in. Yeah, but stressed, yeah. Turn this one in. Oof, emails. Yeah, try and knock those out in the morning. They'll just kill you. Like, ugh. Although I'm gonna have to check my class tomorrow. Make sure they're still doing okay. They're on their final animation for the winter session, so... This is morning for me. Oh, I just woke up an hour ago. Oh, okay. Okay. Well then. Sorry. Too many students. Keep forgetting. Still trying to figure out if my video essay about the iPad/tablet versus the Wacom tablet Mobile Studio Pro computers should be purely opinion or try and cite sales figures. So if you want it to be something that people are gonna use for, you know, like, oh, you know, this has this spec and this has that spec, and he really laid that down for me, then, you know, you're gonna want to cite figures and stuff like that. But to be honest, if you're just going, I compare these two and I want to tell you my experience with them, then, I mean, to be honest, I would more so prefer an opinion based, you know, your professional opinion versus you coming in with specs, because to be honest, I can look those up myself. You know what I mean? And while I know that there are people who rely on stuff like that, like they rely on people to give them the specs and stuff, there's so many out there already doing that. But that's just my opinion. Know what I mean? Alright, get some shadows into these ones back here. Save first. Save. Very important to save. If you don't save, your stuff is bound to crash. That's just all there is to that. So if for some reason you're an artist, if you're, scratch that. If you're anyone who deals with a computer and you don't save, you're tempting fate. And then when it's most important, that's when your stuff's gonna crash. No warning, no nothing, just crash. I can say this, speak out of experience. That's why I teach my students in the harshest manner possible. You're like, look, you don't want to have to do this, because then that day when you thought, oh, I'm going to be able to go to sleep because I've done all this work and life is great, then all your work's gone. You're like, no. Autosave is making the habit a real pain to remember nowadays, though. Yeah, but I've experienced the the auto, right? The autosave decide not to It was just like, whatever. And you're like, wait, but no, you should save. And it's like, I don't care what you said. I ain't gonna do it. That's right, we can't do that. I need to make it white. Saves like every 10 minutes, even if you don't have initial file save. Oh, really? Well, that's cool. Let's get it. Oh, man, do I still have any of my smoke brushes? Oh. We must add brushes. No, I don't want to add that. Import brushes. Oh, snap. Oh my goodness. What's up, Enrique? Oh my goodness. Oh, I got a bow. The great Enrique. He's graced us. If you guys don't know Enrique Rivera, like, holy crap, man, you guys have got to go and check out his work. He's 3Rike on the socials. Go check him out. Illustrator extraordinaire, absolutely fantastic artist. Yep. I guess we'll have to look at these differently at a different time, because that's just weird. Alright, where smoke do I want? I think I want this smoke. Do a dirty smoke. What do you think? Oh, it's gonna have to be above it, isn't it? So what you been up to, Enrique? It's a cool design. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is it's a challenge piece. I don't think that's not the one I want. I'm actually challenging an artist to a character design challenge. It's one of my former students. From NSU. So we had a challenge before, and now he's kind of ducking me. So I'm up here trying to make fun of him. I'm like, I'm coming for you. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun, and I'm actually the main reason. Well, not really. It's not the main reason. It wasn't why it started, but I'm actually doing something. I'm I'm following it's this one guy. He was on YouTube and he went from 0 to 1 million subscribers. Now he was doing stuff like Mr. Beast, you know, like, so it was all these like challenge things and delivering food with a helicopter and stuff. So, you know, he had money. But I want to see if I can, you know, do a hustle and see how long it'll take to get to 1 million subscribers. Like, if I can pull it off as an artist who's not doing random challenges like painting with pudding, right? So I really want to see if I can pull that off. And one of the things that I want to add to my channel is this kind of me challenging artists. And so it's like I created a D20 character design, like a random D20 character designer thing. And the big kick to it is that there are style choices on there. So, and I've mentioned this to the chat already, like you might actually get a sex-crazed half-orc barbarian, but then you have to draw it in the style of Arthur. And so, and I want to challenge a bunch of artists to do these character design challenges, and then, you know, just have a lot of fun with it and try and get you know, just try and get some attention. And I have some people with some clout that might, you know, they might actually be willing to join. So I'm really kind of looking forward to that. And he's the first one that I'm going to challenge, because we did a challenge already, right? So we've already done one, and what was going to happen was he was going to actually, well, we were going to draw each other's characters, right? So the first challenge was to draw my character, and then the next challenge was to draw his. And well, he never actually came through with his. So now he's gotten bigger. He's a lot bigger on Twitch and stuff like that, and on Instagram and stuff. So I'm doing this challenge. So he's obviously the bigger character, right? And what I'm gonna say down here, you know, and like I'm still gonna figure out if I need to do it as a text box or as me talking to him. But I'm gonna say it doesn't matter how big you get, the challenge still stands. Or, you know, it's like, I'm still here, something like that. So yeah. So I'm gonna, like I said, and I want to challenge other people, because I think that it would be a whole hell of a lot of fun. And of course, you know, it should help my YouTube channel. No, we don't want that. Definitely don't want to take away from it. No, I think it's good. So yeah. So that's the plan. No, I think it's too much now. Definitely want him kind of sticking out. There we go. And then put a cloud in the background. Two different clouds. So yeah, so that's me. I'm trying to, whoops, we need to add a cloud brush. I need my cloud brush. It's gonna take forever. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's actually your old brush set that I just uploaded. And I'm gonna have to change how this looks because it's driving me crazy. But we'll worry about that later. Oh no, this is better. So I would ask if you know, you would be part, Enrique. But I know you're super busy, man. But don't be surprised if I don't hit you up one day. Just be like, hey, will you help me make my YouTube channel awesome? Because I'm venturing on a very big challenge to try and get to see. It's a challenge to my students. What the hell? It's gonna be a challenge to my students, and hopefully we're gonna make it, you know, for everyone. So showing people that A, artists can make it, right? And B, that you don't have to be all gimmicky. Okay. Sweet. See, and then I'm gonna have to hit up Danny. Yeah. You're gonna have to hit up some people to try and make it work. Because you guys are also awesome. I gotta ride your. What? I wanted that over there. I want some color in here. Over here. You could organize that mess of brushes. This is 2021. I mean, I could, but I literally, like, I just got a new computer, had to switch stuff over, stuff like that. So I'm gonna make everything look good eventually. But needed to get that stream going, you know? All right, save again. Now, I'm gonna add the glow. We're gonna see where that goes. Oh my goodness, really? Yeah, because your brush set was like a gazillion. So I only break it out when I'm like, wait, where was this at? I knew I had this brush somewhere. That's when I break out your brush set. I started condensing it down into the brushes I use the most. So wondering why that looks so weird. It's a mess. I had to organize it. Yeah. That's the thing. There's always this one brush, and I really need to just find it. But there's this one brush that I love, right? Because you push it down and it sprays out. It sprays out dots, and I'm like, I use that for like effects and stuff. I'm like, this is great. I have such a hard time trying to find it. Yeah, and it's really funny because I really only use, you know, like a certain amount. It's not like I'm like, oh, I have so many. You know, I'm like, I use all of these, because it's just not true. So, like I said, I had one myself, right? I started one that I'm like, this is my brush set. And I just stepped away from it. But I'm gonna have to go back and make sure that I have it, because like I said, having all those brushes is cool until you're actually looking for them. Like, I'm looking for something specific. It's like, that's nice. Whatever you were looking for, you're not gonna find. So have you been keeping up to date with your own personal project? Because I mean, I know you started one and I was super excited, and then you told me that you're never gonna do an art book. In short, you're like, well, we'll see, ha ha ha. Even though the world needs an Enrique art book. For real, I think I've been trying to do something every time I get some free time. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get him to do one, but I think he believes nobody wants it. I don't know. Because I'm telling you, he laughed me off hard. You're like, yeah, right. Art book, no. Jesus, not. Oh, nice. Yes, Kickstarter it. Kickstarter, you gotta help me. Tell me how to do it. All right, dude. When you're ready, you let me know. I'll help you all the way through with a Kickstarter. Don't even give that a second thought, man. I am so there. All right, let's try something. Last thing, I better call it quits before it gets too late. Because, you know, I know for a fact I gotta get up in the morning. It never changes. Yeah, we'll see about the promo. I'm not the best at selling myself. You can ask me. Well, it's alright. Like I said, I'll help you. You know what? Yeah. Yes, Rise and Grind streams. Yep, gotta get up in the morning, gotta hit those every now and then. So, yeah. Trying to hit the morning people or the late night people. Was able to talk to a friend of mine who's completely overseas, which was nice. He's out in Taiwan. So, just gonna have to keep that going, and also just keep this momentum going, you know, because I had lost it for a little bit. Trying to make sure that it doesn't go away ever again. Since project management, work ethic, I can do that. Getting peeps to spend money without invoking boots, not so much, yeah. It's tough. So, I'm trying to think if I should make that go... If I should make that go down the length of the arm, like cover up the black and make it go down the length of the arm. Let's try it. Oh no. Probably, I think the little guy in the foreground could use a pop too. Maybe rim color from the top right. Okay. I think that this, have him blend into the thing. And of course there's some overlap. What? Oh. Now I know what happened. Alright, so if we take the symmetry off, that's what happened. Okay. Uh-oh. I think that's my call. Like, yo. Turn down the heat. Got it. Raise this down a little bit. So we do that. Precision, stupid. Should have just brought it up the first time. There we go. Then we make this black. Come over here. There we go. Outline behind the mountain. Should it be the same color? Oh. So what I plan on doing with this guy, so what I want to do is only give it to him on this right side. Give him like this highlight only on the right side, right? Oops. Because, you know, it just kind of indicates that they're different, right? So he's got the symmetrical thing going on, and then my outline, my character's outline would be just on one side. See if I need to make it that. Nope. Don't think so. Then I still have to make the sword glow. That'll be it. Oh no! Gabe! Gabe is raiding. What's up, Gabe? You are just in time to see what's about to, like, you should be able to see what's going on. Gabe, for those of you in the chat, please follow Gabe versus Art, one of my former students. He is absolutely awesome. Portrait illustrator, so good, and the source of this image. There you go. So the challenge, remember I told you the challenge is coming. The challenge is coming. Here's the image, right? And then down here, I'm gonna have something for you that sparks the challenge. Okay? So just know that that is coming, right? It is coming your way. And since I am a person in your Discord, I'm gonna be posting it in your Discord, so everyone's gonna see the challenge. But the challenge is gonna be a little bit different. Like I'll talk to you, you know, privately about how I foresee this challenge going, because I got a different idea about how stuff's gonna work, all right? Follows Gabe. Yes, everyone should. Everyone should follow Gabe. He is absolutely amazing. How's your stream, man? Go well? You're streaming kind of late. Last time you left all early. Hey, Gabe has been followed. See? Look at that. Oh. Amber Holmes. Thank you for that follow. You are now the newest Ninja Challenger. Welcome to the Ninja Empire. I'm actually working on a personal project, creator-owned project called Ninja Empire. It's going to be a comic video game. Hopefully. It's definitely going to be a comic, working on a video game, working on a pitch for an animation series. But as of right now, what we're going to be doing is challenging Gabe to another drawing because he owes me one. Even though I didn't lose the last one. I was actually the victor in that one. We were supposed to have another one, and I want to make sure that we get it before Gabe becomes too big and forgets about me. Yes. Oh, I am. It's more than likely going to be sitting... It's going to be in his Discord. The challenge will probably be in his Discord sometime tomorrow. The ninja attack. It's coming. But I wanted to, for him specifically, I wanted to finish this image. This image is for him. So... because he knows what it was like, what's going to be expected, but it's going to be different. So like I said, Gabe and I had a challenge before, and in that one, I think the fact that he had to draw someone else's character caught him off guard. So I was able to squeak out the win. So, want to make sure that he has a chance to redeem himself if he feels the need. Yeah, we'll do that later. Yeah, they're up on his Instagram feed. You gotta go way back. It's when he drew a full figure female character, and that one was mine. But I don't think no, he did. I think he put the other one up. So. There we go. It's like, what the world? And I was like, oh no. And what was funny was that Gabe actually made me do it. He made me do mine traditionally, and he got to do his digitally. And I was like, you cheating, man. A lot more tools available to you with digital. Gabe came in and dipped out, not even saying goodbye. It's all good though. It's all good. Oh my goodness, it's gotten late. Alright. Finish this part up. So hopefully, we'll be going back and forth during streams trying to get the piece done. There you go. I think that's where we're at right now. So, all right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. It's like, I want to say thanks to Gabe for coming in. But considering I have an early morning stream to get to as well, I'm going to have to call it quits. Thank you guys so very much for coming to hang out with me. It's been a lot of fun. Really, getting to see other people come in, like Enrique, thanks for coming in, and Gabe coming in with a raid. Thank you so very much. It was awesome. Next time we'll be creating another character for Ninja Empire. And then we'll be going there from that. And so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Ninja Empire is everything. Thank you so very much. Enrique, definitely, I'm going to be challenging a lot of people, so be on the lookout for when that comes. You need to do an art book. Stop playing around. You have your own passion project that you're going to be working on. Must see freaking art book. Let's see it. All right. It's good seeing you. Definitely gotta catch up. I'm gonna, give you a call, see how you and the fam are doing. But yeah, it's time to get to bed so I can be up and refreshed in the morning. So if you're a morning person, I'm generally on by 5 a.m. and I streamed for about 2 hours then too. So thank you guys so very, 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 very much. I don't know if there's anyone, like, I don't know if anyone's up for my Twitch people. Whoops, no, we want to do this. Let's see who's out there. We could probably raid Art of Blake. He does some nice traditional renderings and stuff like that, so we'll just pass on the love. And we're gonna go over to Art of Blake and we're gonna go raid him, because why the hell not, right? so yeah, well, let's jump into his stream real quick. Like, haha. I try and go to small streamers because, you know, if you come in with like 5 people, nobody's gonna really care, right? So it's like, oh, thanks. But you know, if you have a small streamer, every little bit helps. So we're gonna jump into his stream. So once again, thank you guys so very much, and I will see you at the next stream. And remember, born a ninja, die a ninja. So hang out with me. Let's go raid. Let's go raid him. We're gonna have a moment soon, so I'm gonna go raid him. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'll see you guys later.
About the character, because I hadn't really seen, you know, the show, and then seeing her in Mandalorian was like, oh, okay. Now I'm a little more interested in learning about that character. Hey there, Follow the Kaiser. Thank you so much for the raid. Although you might just be sitting in an advertisement, so if you're not watching the ad anymore, say hi. There you go. How you doing, Kaiser? Welcome. Thank you so much for that raid. I really appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you up to? What'd you do? Finishing up a piece so that I could challenge another streamer to an art challenge. Very cool. Yeah, what piece was it? Do you want to share it? You're welcome to post a link to the piece you were working on, or your Instagram or whatever. Let's see what you were doing.